Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Figure Friday, so we're looking at Star Wars The Black Series here. I've gotten this one a little bit ago. You can find it on Amazon and it's actually going for I think like $25. So you're getting the actual figure from Solo, the Star Wars story, as well as the speeder bike that character had. So, looking at the package, we do get a nice little window of the figure itself, of the lady that's in there, as well as a little bit of a write-up here. So in the English version, we'll kind of read that off here real quick. All right. Enfys Nest, an extremely dangerous marauder. Enfys Nest is brutally carving out a nefarious reputation for herself and her gang of Swoop riding pirates, the Cloud Riders. Let's see. Cloud Rider gang led by Enfys Nest terrorizes the skies atop their mean-looking Swoop bikes. Little more than engines with seats, Swoops are hard to control, but capable of incredible speed. So, of course, then we have a couple different languages here, which is perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with that. Everybody needs to be able to get into Star Wars if we want to. And it looks like it's a fairly long vehicle. So we're going to get this opened up here. We'll take a look at the figure itself. And as you kind of learn, Enfys, or Enfy, or however you want to really say the name, I'm always going to probably murder it. Really, they're working for the early portions of the Rebel Alliance. Because remember, they were trying to get the fuel cells that they were going to use, or that Han had for the Crimson Guard. They were trying to get it for trying to help get fuel in that for Rebel Alliance here. So, get all this opened up here. We'll see exactly how big this is. Hold that up here so it's kind of nice. Push that all the way back. And of course, then you see the bike itself. So, the bike is fairly large. It comes in two different spots here. So, we'll kind of go from there. All right. As I shuffle things around. First, why don't we work on the figure itself? So let's work on the figure here, and we will kind of roll the crunchies out of the way. Okay. And this has got kind of a fox fur here, which is kind of nice and soft. So, kind of a nice little surprise here. And the helmet should come off, I believe. Or maybe it doesn't. No, it doesn't look like the helmet actually comes off. So, okay. But we have a nice fox fur here. The hair is in kind of a rubbery plastic mold. And then looking at the rest of the body, we have, some leather straps that are coming down. This is all done in the plastic. Looks like there is some bracing here. I don't know exactly what the purpose of that is under the knee. So as we look at the figure, we do have our standard, we got our ankle, so you can go forward and backwards and all that. And she has got a very stiff ankle here. Oh, okay. As it kind of cracks a little bit. Okay, and then we don't have any movement down here. So our lower leg doesn't have any movement, but right up here in our hip, we have movement up here, or in the thigh area. So the calf is all stationary. The thigh does have that joint right up here. And then we have the double knee, which is wonderful. I'm sure we're going to need that trying to get her onto the speeder here. And of course, then we have what looks like, kind of bones or whatever for like a chest plate. And then she's got kind of a metallics here for, I'm going to guess, communications and all that stuff. So, and this is a this is a different fabric here, so I don't know exactly what, but it is a little thicker. So we do have some halfway decent fabric there. So it looks really nice. And of course, we have the staff here. So if we can get her to hold on to the staff. The only problem I've really been having with these figures is sometimes I just have a hard time trying to get them in. It's like you almost have to just glide it in. I'm always trying to make sure I don't. I think I remember the old figures, if you pushed on the thumb too much because that was a harder plastic, that you would break it. So I think that's where I'm always kind of running into issues. It's not so much the figure, it's just me with trying to make sure I don't break that thumb, which I remember had happened on one or two figures. So just some of those things. The stand's pretty nice. If I can get her to stand up straight. Get the legs out here a little bit. I was trying to see if I can't get the staff to sit a little bit better so the staff's on the ground, but I'm just having an issue with that here at the moment. There might be a little trick to this that I'm just not thinking of, and I think, no, it looks like she's only got the single elbow, so I was kind of thinking if I had the double elbow I could leave the top one alone and the bottom one, and maybe it would work then, but just not getting that to work out for me. But otherwise, we'll get her just positioned off to the side. I'm going to pull this out because we will start getting that ready. Yep, she stays. Okay. One of the best things about these, and I know it sounds silly, scissors. Okay, because that way we can pop the little plastic here. If it wants to pop. Oh, the dickens. There's that. Okay, so we got the bottom part out. Then we'll get the top part. And then our stand. And I think we got everything loose. And then we have that. So let's take a look and see what we all have here. Okay, so look at our little piece of paper here. This is about how to put it together. It looks like we put it together and then twist it and snap it all together, and we should be good. And it looks like the staff has a spot on the side here. So let's go take a look and see what we can do. Alright, so this sits right here. And it looks like there's a ball joint there. So snapped it into the ball joint. And it said we kind of twisted this on here, so I'm a little confused. But we'll make this look about right. And I thought there was a top piece on here. Maybe there's something I'm missing. I'll get this figured out here. Okay. So if you notice, there's some notches here on the side, and then there's that piece on top. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly where that all is supposed to go. And that's why we have the instructions here. So and yeah, there is a top piece to that. Now where that is, there it is. Still in the package. That's why I didn't see it. It was taped to the side. We got a couple pieces here. Alright. So as I'm still trying to fumble around a little bit here, trying to figure out exactly how this all fits in together. Yep. Actually, I think I've got this backwards, don't I? Let me see here. Guess if I had a there. Okay, so this piece comes off. That's part of my problem. Got one piece on here I don't need on there. And it says to put that front piece on and then to slide it in here. Well, I'm just going to say this. What I'm going to do first is I want to get this on here. And once I got that on there, then I'm going to worry about the side piece, or that front piece. It goes down here. Oh, come on. See, it's got to go all the way back here from the looks of it. I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there. Just trying to make sure I get it. There we go. Now we got some snaps going. There. Now it's snapped in there. Okay, so now we should be good. Alright. Rumor has it helps if you actually look at the instructions, but you know how rumors go, I wouldn't trust them either. And then we have that, and that's snapped on there. Okay. Now we have these pieces. We're going to put those together. So this goes there, out to there. And then on the other side, we do the same thing. All the way out to there. Alright, now we got them together. And we can kind of go back and forth so you can see exactly where we are here. So that works out pretty well. Okay, that's it. Now we got to do is put this on. And I think I've got this piece backwards. So it should look like there's kind of more air flowing behind it than in front of it. Trying to get the arms and all that so it looks like it would be this it goes more like this. No, we'll get it to work. Nope, that's not going to work. It's got to go more like this. Something like that. Okay. Then we'll take her and we will put her on here. This is a wide footing here. So, trying to get this so it sits about right, and she's sitting on here pretty good. Yeah. Alright, we got one hand on there. We'll get the other hand on there. There we are. Okay. Now the nice thing is we could tilt it one way or the other way or down. Not so much on the upside. Now if I flip this around, yeah, it doesn't really want to go back much. So it'll go down more than it'll go up. the front will go down more than coming back. So, and then there we are. So all in all, not too bad. And yeah, for the most part, a lot of speeder bikes. I mean, here's like, if this is our air intake, and it kind of goes out here, and we do have 3 engines on the back. And looking at this, looks like these are going to be our ailerons and all that stuff, and the like here. I should have printed off my my little guide that one of you guys had actually sent me to help me understand exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to the aeronautical stuff. I wasn't thinking I was going to need it quite yet today, but it is an interesting take. I like this. This is a very nice piece. It sits very well, looks very nice. It's a different speeder bike, I'll grant all of that. It's definitely not the Scout bike that we're used to seeing, or some of the other ones. Now, I think if they came up with some of the smaller little, you know, speeders or whatever, that would be wonderful, but I wanted to at least get one, so here we are. Like I said, $25 on Amazon. I think there's a couple of them left, so if you're looking at trying to get a speeder of some sort, this will work. Just because it was used by one group doesn't mean it couldn't be used by somebody else. Maybe you bought it off of somebody, but, or if you're going to use it for role playing, which, you know, this size is a little on the big side. You know, I'm blessed to have a pool table, but unfortunately, you see I'm filled up with everything here. If you have a nice big kitchen table, you know, you could kind of make it work a little bit, but it is going to be a little on the cramped side. But it is an interesting thing. Nice take on it. Getting to see everything here. You know, we could either have the weapon on this side or on the other side. There's the same connectors right there, so it'll work out good. So with that, thanks for visiting. It's always wonderful having you guys around. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.